let's do today a video, the two handhelds that are on the market from big name companies. I know the Vita has been discontinued since like last year or earlier this year, I'm sorry. But yeah, they're the two ones that I own that I like playing a lot. I mean, the Switch, I know it's a hybrid console, but boom! Hit the, I don't have like a big, sound effect, but these two consoles, the Switch versus the Vita, why should you care about that? Well, right now the Switch is dominating the market right now with the pandemic, and everyone's staying at home. The sales for the Switch have gone through the roof, and the big reason why is because you can take it with you, and then you can just play it on the TV, so people know about that. And then the Vita, well, it didn't take off, but there's a slight resurgence to the Vita, and there's like more videos saying like why you should buy a Vita in 2020, and more recent videos. So the Vita is also, well, it's more of a dedicated handheld. If you wanted to play more of the home version of the Vita, you can get a PS TV, PlayStation Vita TV, or a PS TV. But yeah, these two systems, I feel that even though they're about 7 years apart, or 6 years apart, that these two are like the most, from big name companies, like the best handhelds right now. I mean, the Vita has a great number of games. The original, the OLED one, which I have, has one of the better screens, and it's just for me, it's more comfy to play games than the Switch. I mean, there's a Switch Lite. I don't have a Switch Lite, but the original Switch, which is nice, you can take off the controllers and make it like a handheld. You can play a game against someone. You can't do it with the Vita, but the form factor, like carrying this in your pocket, is way more cumbersome to carrying this in your pocket. So, I mean, there are drawbacks. This one, of course, is newer, so it has more powerful processor and plays more current gen games. And there's more, Nintendo's backing it up, so there's more AAA games. While Sony started to back it up in the beginning, but then they went away, and it's known as a colossal dud here in North America, but it did well in Japan, this one. So yeah, it's these two systems. They're very good, and I recommend you play both of the systems right now. Okay, getting back to the Switch now. The pros of this console are, of course, you can hook it up to a TV right away. You can just dock it, and then you can take off the controllers, detachable. You can make them two-player controllers. We already know. Of course, a Switch Lite is different. You can't detach those controllers. You can't put it to a TV. So basically, the Switch Lite is more of a competitor, actually, to the Vita, but the Switch here has other advantages. Like this thing also has, if you like, HD Rumble. The original Switch has it, the regular Switch, not the Switch Lite. But yeah, these are, and also has a kickstand. Let me see, anything else? There's a share feature, but the one thing I don't like about the regular Switch versus the Vita is look at the directional. I don't really like this button directional pad. It's kind of cumbersome to use, especially like playing old school games. This is perfect, the D-pad. I like it. And sorry about the dust, but yeah. And also this one has a good advantage because it charges faster than the Vita, because it has the wireless C, the wireless C port. So it charges faster than the Model 1 for the Vita has the proprietary Sony port, and then the Model 2, which is the 2000 model, which has the lower LCD screen, it has a micro USB, which is more of a standard. But yeah, these two versus, I feel right now, the Switch, of course, has the greater advantage, but don't count out the Vita because it still has great games still, and also, but they're all digital. And also, if you wanted to do hacking, both actually are hackable, but it depends. You have to have an original Switch, and you have to look at your serial for the original Switch to make sure it is hackable. Because I don't believe, as making this video, there is no hackable method to playing the Switch Lite, like any hack for a Switch Lite. I don't think so yet. For the Vita, all the models, the Vita, both models, including all the firmware up to 3.73, it's hackable. So if you wanted to do custom firmware, this machine is better than this machine by far for hacking ability. Also, well, the direction, I don't know, this is just personal preference. The placement of these is much better here than this. Is kind of an oddity where it's like kind of it's not even aligned, it's different. But yeah, that's just personal preference. And I like the fact that there are trophies. If people is a trophy achievement hunter, they'll like this console versus this, because there are no trophies or achievements in a Nintendo Switch. And you're wondering, yeah, it's not, the print is because I have a glass screen on top of it, and this one also has a glass screen. So they're both touch. But I am doing a versus here because I feel that these handhelds are still good, and there's no replacement yet. There is not going to be any replacement for Sony's Vita because they're not going to make any more handhelds. Nintendo probably will come out with another Switch, maybe a new Switch, something like that, like the new 3DS did, a new 2DS. But anyway, thank you for watching my versus between the Switch and the PS Vita, and you have a good day. You take care. Bye-bye.